and welcome to the world of PC rail signalling simulations. I'm Railway Russ, and in this video we're going to have a look at the heritage simulation of Clapham, Yorkshire, not to be confused with Clapham Junction down in the London area, of course. It would be a lot more complicated if it was that one. So this one is quite a nice simple one, ideal for beginners to have a look at. I'll go through the basic signalling, so if it's the first time you've looked at a heritage one, I'll go through a little bit more detail, try and get you up and running. I know a lot of people shy away from the heritage ones, and they are more complicated to run than just clicking on the routes, but I find them more satisfying as well. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. This is say Clapham, Yorkshire, on the Midland layout. This was designed and developed by Rob Roterdink, of course, and released in May 2024. The layout is based around the 1950s, and the timetable supplied is in 1954. Right, let's say it's a very simple layout. I'm going to go through the local information in a little bit more detail, so I don't miss anything on the layout. First part is about the history. Of course, this is the main line, which actually looks as though it goes straight across. In fact, the first time I run this simulation, I signalled the train from the up to the up, pulled off all the signals, great, and then I wondered why you stood at 17 signal. So this is the up main line across this junction, and the down across this way, so the points are actually left normal for the branch. This there's not much up this branch up to T-Bay, I think that's how you pronounce it, to Bay. Say this was there's a few freights showing on the timetable. I'm not sure if there's any passenger trains up there at all at that time, but anyway, this is a bit about the history. I'll say the branch was closed July 1966, lifted, and the station actually still open today. If you want to have a look through the local instructions, shows you, explains a bit about some of the ground frames in use. We've got a ground frame there, not released by 28. It also needs 28 for signal 3 as well for some reason, but that's all explained in there. There's some hand signal moves as well. These are those little boxes you can see, like TBD, UPS and DCK. These are on the end of the frame. You can actually click on the box itself, or click on the box on the side of the lever frame. These are just to, instead of having a ground signal, which wasn't there in real life, it makes it look more realistic. It's hand signal from the box or the shunter. So we've got a bit about the shunt locations. Now the fringe boxes, we've got working to 3 boxes, of course. Eldroth, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is on the Leeds to Bradford direction. Now this is quite a way away, 3 miles 434 yards, so trains are going to take quite a while to get to this box. Even running at 60 miles an hour, they're going to take 3.5 minutes. So if there's a lot of gaps in this demonstration run through, I will put my little speeding clock on there to cut some time out, so to keep the videos a little bit short. I know they can drag on too long. So the other fringe box is Ingleton. Again, that's on the T-Bay line, and that's another 3 miles 462 yards. And then a shorter section on the Carnforth Morecambe Ayrsham branch, but well, main line as it is, and that's working to Skoo Crossing, which is 1 mile 141 yards away. Cautioning trains, rule 39A applies. If the signal ahead of another stop signal is at danger, you have to bring it quite on early to stand 10 miles an hour approaching, otherwise the driver could pick his speed up and then suddenly face another signal at danger. You've got locking rules. If you want to look in if you get a signal you can't clear or a point, There's no facing point locks at all. They're all combined with the actual lever, so it's like a Midland Eco lock. So there's just one lever to work the points and the lock at the same time. Quite a clever device. If you have a look at Midland Eco locks, you'll see how they work. I think it was mainly to save money paying the signalman, because they used to get paid on how many levers they used to pull in a shift. That's how they used to grade the boxes. That's quite a subject in itself. So a bit about shunting. Speed restrictions, we've got 60 on the main up and down main lines, and then through the junction is down to 35, and that's all the local information. Again, they say we've got locking details. Each signal tells you what signal, what point or what the lever positions, and then we've got a timetable notes, and then it tells you 19th of June 1954, the timetable. As I say, it's quite a simple one. I'm going to start it running. I'll go through the layout as we run the trains. Again, as I say, if there's any large gaps, I'll try and cut those out. So let's start the time running. I've got this on at the usual skill level at 6, and my block bells are set to menu, which is the normal thing I do for demonstration. Again, you can use the mouse clicks. I'll probably have to try that one day, see how it works. Right, so as first train, 7K75, we've got this freight on the up. As you remember, this is the up line, that's the T-Bay up. So we need these points changing now. These are flank protected points. Basically what that means is you can't pull 19 points unless you pull 20 first, and that is to, if you've got a train coming across the junction, say on the up, and these points are in that position, a train coming in this way would go straight into the side of this train. Whereas if 20 points was it was reverse, which is you've got to do, then it would simply, if it passes signal danger, simply pass harmlessly, hopefully, onto the other line. Anyway, let's accept this train. I'll go through the clearing points and the block instruments. They're quite straightforward. We've got Ingleton Bell there, up and down block instruments. Skua Crossing, up and down block on this line, and then on this right hand side of the layout we've got Eldroth with the up and down blocks as well. So this flank protection, as I've mentioned, we need 19. If you pull 20, sorry, we need 20 first. I've not got the sounds on. I put the sounds on just so you can hear the clicks, and I've got my mouse pointer green as well, so you can see where my mouse is. And when I click, it goes red for just a split second. Right, so if we try and pull 19 first, it's locked because we need to pull 20. That's the flank protection for the points, and say 19 then can go. So there's nothing to do until we get train intersection. It's not too far away, it'll be a couple of minutes from entering section, so we can offer the train on when we get entering section from Skua Crossing. We've got another one on the down a little bit later. Then we've got 2 stopping passengers, both on the up and down. Then we've got a freight coming on the down. He's going into downsiding E, and if you look at downsiding E, that takes a little bit of a shunt move to get in and out there. Right, I'll answer train intersection. We can now offer the train on. Is line clear for a class 7? And the signals are all nicely logical. So we want the home, starter 18, and the distant 16. It's quite a nice logical layout as well. Same with the down signals. You've got 23, 22, 21, and then the distant 24. All working distance, of course, on this line. One thing I've not mentioned is the clearing point. These are marked. We've got an inner and outer distant on the branch from T-Bay, so the clearing point is the inner home, number 15. there's only one home signal on the main line, but the clearing point is just here, so it doesn't affect the junction. And on the down, the clearing point is, again, we've got an inner and outer home signal, although these are like starters at the end of the platform, but they are in the rear of the box, as it were. So we need the line clear up to there, so as soon as the train's left and gone beyond 2227, we can send out a section and accept another train if it's required. Obviously, trains stopping in the platform, or we'll have a freight shunting across there, we can't send out a section until that portion of the line is clear. Right, here we go. It's just hit the base circuit. So it's trundling across there at 35. Doesn't take too long. I'll send entering section. I usually send it just as the circuit's occupied, just in front of the starter. If you send it too early, it doesn't seem to like it, and if you send it too late, his signalman at the other end's not too happy about that. Right, distant back, on, outer section. I can input the starter back, and outer section to the screw crossing. Right, so that's the up train gone through. That's quite nice and easy. Simulation time starts about 9:59, 10 o'clock. The full timetable is 24 hours one. Even if you're on the evaluation mode, you can always click on the timetable, and there we go, it starts at just gone 1 o'clock. So it's not too busy. As I say, there can't be any passengers on the T-Bay line. Not sure when they finished or if they ever run on there at all. So yeah, there's not much on the branch at all. So it's basically, you're just using this line more or less all the time. If you call in the sidings, then I think we've got there's one what shunts across into the up siding as well. Right, got a little gap there. Class 1's been offered on the down, which we can accept. We've got I'll leave these points set in this position, since that's seems to be the norm. So this one, Leeds City, 8:42 from Leeds and 8:50 from Bradford to Morecambe Promenade, so they must join up somewhere. Changing section for the class 1. We'll get this one offered. Screw crossing is line clear for class 1. Clear the signals. So we've got 23, 22, 21, 24. If you're not familiar with absolute block, the little white stripe on these are all on the section signals and indicate the line. You must have a line clear on the block instrument, so you've had to offer this train on and have it accepted before you can pull that signal. And that's out of section for that class 7. An example is 25. We can't pull 25 because we've not got a line clear from the next box, which is Ingleton. Right, so this will be it's 10:11, past at 10:14. I'll just cut a little bit of that out if I can, speed it up. Right, you see the this Class 1 Express is now slowing down for the speed restriction over the junction. Now it should appear on the track circuit very shortly. And there he is. So I say slowing down for 35. The junction. Wave to the driver as he's passing the box. 20, so I can put a distance back. And the arm 23. Send entering section. Good crossing, so he knows it's on his way. 22 can go back, and then we can send outer section to Aldroth. So that's his first down train. It's gone clear of the signal. That's quite quick. So 21 back. So we're just waiting for outer section for that one now, and then we've got these two close together, up and down stoppers. Morecambe to Leeds, along the down, Bradford to Morecambe Promenade again. Must be quite a busy place, this Morecambe. I suppose it's busy now. And there's the outer section from Skew Crossing. Right, I can click on time advance, quick time advance there. We've got a few minutes gap. I suppose once you've played this a few times, if you want to make it quite interesting, stick the late running on various classes and everything, and then you might have a few conflicts at the junction with the passengers and freights being late, which I think is personally more realistic. I've never worked on the railway 15 years. I've never known a train, well, every train be on time every day. It's just one of those things for various reasons, not necessarily obvious ones either. So safety related. Sorry, I'm interrupt the block bell then. So we've got this Class 2 offered Skew Crossing on the up. I can accept that. He's doing at 10:28, so another 4 minutes for that one. And that's the Class 2 offered from Aldroth, which I'll accept. So I've got a train intersection now, so I'll acknowledge that, and then I'll offer this one on this line clear, Class 2 on there. He's a bit annoyed with me, that signal. He's just sat down from offering me the train and I've got him back up again. Anyway, let me get these signals off. 17, 18, 16. In the actual real situation, I've found that if you've got the signalman up at the block and you know the trains, you're going to have train intersection any time now, you would offer that train on common sense signalling. To most people anyway. There's nothing worse than just sat down and after you've been up at the block and then the bell goes again. Right, anyway, enter entering section for that one. I'll get this one offered. Again, it's on the down. Is line clear for class 2. And we've done this before, so it's 23, 22, 21, 24. And the up train's just coming in. It's braking for the station. It's due to stop there for a minute or two. Sometimes they tend to run a little bit early, but only usually by a minute or so. So we've seen the tail lamp as well. Gone past clear of the clearing point, so the distance can go back 16, the 17, and we can send out a section for that one. Right, when do we send the train into section? You could send it now, although it's not going to be leaving for a couple of minutes, so you might think it's a couple of minutes behind at the next box. It's strange how you tend to know there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. I suppose it's just experience. You've accepted train normal times, say 10 minutes or whatever through the section. After 12 minutes, I don't know, something goes off in your head, radar, and you're thinking, well, that's a bit late. As if we got to send my train into section, or is there a problem? So I'll wait till he's starting off on his journey. Obviously he can slip away sometimes without you noticing. So it's not critical. Yeah, it's just set off now, so we'll send entering section for that one. We've got the other one coming in on the down. He's now braking for the station. And we've got this freight on the down right behind this passenger, so we'll probably be waiting for out of section for that. Just coming in now. Just cleared the track circuit, so I'm safe to put 18 back, and 24 I can put back. He must have gone past the distance. He's braking into the station now. Now it's must be quite a short distance between 22 and 23, because this train has got 8 coaches on, so it's quite long. So it's still at the back of the signal, as it were. Now we can put 23 back. The driver will go on the signal ahead of him, or we can leave it off. I'm going to put it back. Obviously we can't send out a section yet, because he's still in section up to that home seal and he's still in the clearing point, so we'll have to wait till he's leaving on his way, which is in another minute. Another crafty way of knowing what train is going to be offered. I know we could see this class 9, but it's not got these little 2 arrows on it. When it's ready to come, or ready to be offered, you'll see these little 2 arrows come up literally a few seconds before the train is offered. Or in this case, when I haven't sent out a section, it might appear before I've sent out a section, as it were, ready to be offered, if that makes any sense. He's on his way. So yes, this class 9 downsiding E, he's basically got to, there's only one way he can go in, so he's got to stop behind 30, go across, and then come up here, across this point, and into the siding, and then he comes out later on. It's only in there 8 minutes, so he must be very quick. and then he comes out the same way, so it's propelling down onto the up line and then a crossing. You'd think there'd be a crossover at this end of the layout really for that sort of movement, but there isn't. Right, we can send entering section to screw crossing for that passenger what's just left. Just cleared 22 now, so I can now send out a section for that one. We've still got one in section on the up, shown on the indicator there, so that's this express, but not express, it's stopping passenger. It is battling on at 60. 21, I can put back now, all the lines clear. Yeah, this freight, oh there we go, that's out of section on the up. This freight train is going to take quite a while because it's not going to be coming very fast. And it's not doing till 10:49. He's offered it me on already. Got the line clear, so I'll accept that. Now if I can't fit the full train in between 22 and 30, so I can, if these points are still locked, I will have to clear 22 or 27. I'll clear 22 so it keeps the up line free. Of course, if I wanted to go across here, then it's fouling this line in case I've got anything on the up. So yeah, so I'd have to use the shunt 230, clear 22, and then it can propel back, and hopefully there's enough distance between 32 and 18 to fit it in. There must be, otherwise this timetable wouldn't work. And that's out of section from skew crossing. Right, so the next bell we're going to get is train entry section from Eldreth. So it's 25 miles an hour, so it's going to take 6 or 7 minutes to get here. Right, finally got train entry section, which I'll acknowledge, and then I'll there's nothing else to do. If I clear 22 signal now, 23 signal, then I'm not applying this rule. 39A I think it's called. It's in the local information if you remember. Just have a quick recap. Yes, the rule 39A, that was in the LBR rulebook. I'm not sure what it is now. Yes, so I've got to reduce his speed to about 10 miles an hour on approach. Now, this driver knows he's got to stop here, of course. But if it was a through train and there's some problem ahead and I can't clear the signals throughout, I would have to sort of bring him what we call peg to peg. So it'd be 10 miles an hour, clear 23. Again, keep your speed reduced till he comes approaching 22, and then clear 22 when he's nearly brought quite near to a stand, I think the words is, and then I'd bring him up to the starter to wait acceptance. It's just so the driver doesn't see a signal clear and maintains his speed, or even assumes the next signal is going to be clear. Obviously he's got the distance signal at caution, so he knows he's going to be brought possibly to a stand at 23. So it's going to take a while to get through the section, so we'll skip that until he's slowing down. Right, he's approaching us now. He's starting to brake. It'll seem a long while if you're actually playing this in real time. You'll have to read the paper or something while he's on his way. So we need to bring him down to 10 or below, and then clear 23. Make it draw forward. I'm going to use the shunt 2 command, so it stops behind 30. So I'll right click on this one and select 30. Now this one's going in downsidings east. It would have been a lot easier if we went into downsidings west, of course, unless he can't fit in. I'm not sure what the distance is between there. So he's braking. Let's see if he fits in. I don't think he will. Now he's held at 22. I can't change the points, even if I put 23 back. Let's check. See if 31 will go. Now it's occupied by that train, so we need to clear 22. It should then stop behind 30 with the shunt set. There's no panic about sending train into section, of course, at this stage, until the line's clear up to the clearing point, which will be when I've got this shunt movement behind 32 and the points have been put back to normal, of course. Right, he's slowing down now. Doesn't like you having signals off for opposing moves, so we won't be able to pull 30 until we put 22 back. So this is a crossover 31. If I tried 30, it will say signal clear for opposing movement. That'll probably be something to do with the interlocking as well. So we've put 22 back, then we can clear 30, then it will set back. Again, I can use the shunt 2 command to stop it behind 32, otherwise it'll run all the way down to 18, although it's not far. I'm not sure if this one worked last time. No, it doesn't. It just says stop, and it doesn't even put the stop on, so this is a strange one. He will obviously stop at 18, so I don't think it's that far away. Normally you can right click and use shunt 2 and stop, but it doesn't seem to work on this one. So we will stop at 18 signal, hopefully, otherwise we've got to run away on the sands. Right, so he's held at 18, so we'll put 30 back. Clear the points and 32. Now we can send out to section. All the lines now clear on the down. Oh, we've got another one right behind him, so he's been waiting a little while, so I can accept that one now. He's going straight through on the down. Class 6, so he's not going to be rushing about too much. Leads to Ayrsham, Harbour sidings. We can change number 8 points, and there's no reason why we have to caution for shunt moves, so we can clear 12, come across, and 9 to go inside. Right, so he'll just trundle down, although he's got the engine in front now, so I don't know what happens in the sidings. It must be some run round, or when these sidings are shown like this, you don't really know what's beyond. There could be one side and there could be big marshalling yard. Unless you see the actual track diagram, we'll never know. But all we're concerned about is the entry and exit to it. Now the ground frame, I've not really operated that. If we did want to use the ground frame, that's entering section, I'll offer that one on straight away. Sits on the down, screw crossing. Is line clear for class 6. As I say, we've done this before, so it's 23, 22, 21, then the distance. Oh, it's gone in already. That was quick. Right, so we can put all those signals back. 32, 12 and 9. Right, I was talking about the ground frame. This is released by 28, which is shown as a strange greeny sort of colour. So you pull 28 and then you can release G1 ground frame points operated by a lever under there. We've got the ground frame lever on the end of the frame here, so we can clear G1 and then we can either signal that we can either route the train out using 29, or it would be an and signal back in using TBD, which is either click on the diagram or click on the lever frame, and then there we go. Look, we've got a little green and signal from the ground frame operator to let the train back in. So I better put that back. It's easy to forget to put the hand signals back. G1 and relock the frame. Let's have a look at this number 3 while we're on. So that's number 1. Signal 3. Oh, of course, yes, because it's 19 points. Alright, so we need 2 as well. Oh, right. So that's number 3. So we have to have this release out. Let's just try that. Put the release back and try 3. No, it does work. I thought we got to have this ground frame released according to the notes, but that makes more sense. Right, let's put these back. 3, 2, 1. They're a bit rusty. They don't get used much though, so they're quite a bit of a pull, even though they're right next to the box. Right, where was we? Waiting for him to come out the siding. So he's going to come out in the same way he went in, back down here, then across, and then on his way. Just get him out of the way, I think. We'll probably do the up passenger, and then there's quite a big gap. So, yeah, we'll just take it to there. This gives, at least it gives you a good idea of this layout and how it works. I say I've left the points, everything all set for that. If there's something due, of course, on the up, before that, I'd reset the points and clear. So this one's now braking, again for the junction. You're not sure, or positively sure, that the train's past the distance signal until it hits this track circuit, so there's no rush to get the distance signals back. Distant, I always call them distance, but they're actually distant signal. Right, entering section. This can go back 24, 23, 22 and up to section. Track circuit's now clear, so we know it's gone past 21, and we put 21 back. Right, we've got a request from the yard. This is the this class 9 wanted to come back out again, so we can say yes. It's straight at the signal, so we clear 7 and drop it back into behind 32. And we should have time and room before this one's comes in, of course. Let me see if I can do the shunt 2 on this one. Yes, I can. So we want to stop him at 32. Right, I've got out section from School Crossing, which I'll acknowledge, and I'm going to offer that Class 9 on straight away while it's up at the bell. So it's not going to be too long before he's across there. 7 can go back. Exit signal from the yard, from the sidings. Can put the points back as well. 8. So we've done with these for a while now. The next one we've got is from T-Bay on the 1997. He's going into down sidings east, so he's coming from this line, stops behind this ground signal, then goes back into points, across the points into the siding. Right, so he's now held there. We've got nothing to lock it, so we can give him the crossover 31 and then 32. And we can clear the signals for him to leave. So it's 22 and 21. And into section now as well for that one. Right, we can put this this lot back. Or should I say this signal? 32 can go back. 31, yeah. And then 22. Again, if you did have late running setup on this, there'd obviously be a lot more conflicting moves. We could have this freight train late. He wants to come out of the yard, but we might have this passenger train to run across him first. We're not going to stop a passenger train or delay a passenger train for a freight train. Anyway, 21 can go back. So yeah, so there might be a little bit of a conflict. There usually is at junctions at some time. Right, so we're waiting for outer section on the down for this freight, and then we've got this passenger train which we've signalled before, so that should be fairly straightforward. And then I'll hand you the duster, let you carry on. Oh, we've got a bit of a shunt move looking down here, downside in east to upside in. Then he goes back again into the west, so it goes from the east to upside in. So yeah, there's some interesting moves. Downside in west to downside in west. Right. Don't know how it does that. Oh, setting back onto downside into attached brake van. Right. Have to carry on with this and see how this move does, but I can do that on my own. I think I don't want to make this video too long. Right, we've got the outer section for that one. Do we get the... I just wondered if the quick time advance had come on for a minute or two, but it doesn't. That means this one's going to be offered to us shortly on the up. And there it is. So is line clear for class 2? Yes. And that's it. Of course, one thing I never mention much at all is the train register book, of course. This is what you would fill in manually, and that's today's date. This video was made 1st of March, so we've got 2 pages up and down, and that's all filled in for us. If you get a real train register, or the pages of, which I bet you could get off the internet somewhere, you could actually fill one in by hand to complete more of the experience. All you need then is a kettle boiling in the corner and a nice coal fire behind you, and you've got part of the experience. Right, so here we go. We've got, say, the up train, look, 2Y76, and accepted at 11:04. And on the down, we've got this freight train, which was obviously went into sidings. Sometimes you could put signalman would put where it's going to, or where it's gone into the sidings. Then where it's, I'd put like to downside in east, and then you put X downside in east on the real one. So that's the and you can print that out as well. So that's a train register. Saying never mention that much at all. So right, we'll wait for this engine section, which shouldn't be too long. It actually stops here. Carnforth to Leeds train. And that's train intersection for that one, which I'll acknowledge. Better get this one offered. So that'll be too long before it's the distant. Is line clear for class 2. Eldroth, and then the signals are quite simple. 17, 18 and 16 is the distance. It's braking as well, because probably for the station. Yeah, we've not got many. It's only what, 1 mile, 141 yards, so it's not got long before it's the distant signal. So these you get train intersection basically from here. These need to be offered on straight away, and signals cleared. Coming from this way, it's not so critical, of course, because he's got 3.5 miles or so. Right, I'll put the distance back. "17 can go back." It's now clear up to the clearing point, so we can send out a section for that one. It's just braking for the station. So say they usually arrive a minute early for some reason. Well, it's just changed to 11:08, so it was literally a few seconds. So he's due to stand there for a minute. And off it goes. Right time. So we'll send entering section now. And that's it. I'll wait till the track circuit is cleared, put 18 back, and then we just wait for outer section. Then we've got quite a big gap, so I'll stop that there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this short introduction and small playthrough of Clapham, Yorkshire version. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, that would be great. You'll get notifications of any videos which are released. And I'd love to read any comments you've got, any suggestions, anything about the layout or the simulations in general, that would be great. Anyway, I'll just wait for this one to clear. It takes quite a while. It must be quite a way, that signal from the station. There, it's just gone. Right, I'm going to stop there. We'll say all we need now is train outer section on the block, so everything's back to normal. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you've watched right through to the end, and we'll see you again some other time. Yep, cheers for now.